let's go back over here, chat. Let's go back over here. Bam! Alrighty. Alrighty. So that had some flair and life into it. That was pretty good, but again, it would have been nice to see like a whole army preview, a much longer preview than just small tidbits of stuff. I did like the Horus Heresy stuff. I feel like they got the best of it so far. Alrighty. Alrighty, chat. Let's look at the time here. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, over on YouTube, my name is Dread of Breads. We are going to be doing the Warhammer preview show watch along. So far, it's been a mostly not so good, kind of disappointing preview. We had one new model that they showed off, which was a big brained boy for the Gene Stealer cults. And then we had some flying Sisters of Battle that only come in units of 4. Very, very stiff models, not like lacking the rule of cool. It's just so far this preview has been off. It hasn't been like previews in the past. It's just lacking a lot of creativity. Excuse me. It's just I don't know, man. It's just off. It's not what it used to be, and that's a real shame. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say my name one more time because I don't remember if I did or not, but I am Dread of Bread. And before we go into the preview show, I will say this. I am a hobby of the fan. I enjoy painting the miniatures. I enjoy reading the books. I enjoy playing the video games. What I'm not a fan of is GW. I'm not a fan of them blocking people and being childish over on Twitter. I'm not a fan of them pretty much ignoring their true fan base. I'm not a fan of the price hikes or anything that they've done recently. I will say this. If you do have a 3D printer, go print your proxy models. If you are going to be buying new models, do not buy them from GW. Buy used models off of eBay. At the rate that GW is going, because it's listening not to its consumer base, but to a very loud and obnoxious crowd that does not enjoy the hobby, that does not care for the game, that does not care for the models, that does not care for the lore, does not care for the books, only cares for their political ideologies, it's going to die. And when it does die, it's going to be us, the real fans who have the books, who have the models. We're going to be the ones keeping what the hobby is and will always be alive. The hobby is escapism. It's having fun, it's having banter, it's rolling dice, reading books, playing miniatures together, and painting, and playing video games. Alrighty, with that said, let's go and watch the preview. Again, like I said, the preview's been kind of disappointing. The best preview we've had so far, in case you've missed it, was the Horus Heresy preview for the Adeptus Mechanicus. Even though it was short, we did get to see some pretty models. Anyway, let's get into this. I do have to mute this because I do not want to be ID copyrighted claimed on my YouTube channel, so let's go. Let's see what we've got. Warhammer. Alright. Talllarn lies in ruin. Oh, it's the Imperial Legion. Follow the campaign. Alright, it's campaign book. Fall of Sapphire City. Alrighty. Spearhead assault missions. Oh, this is going to be an Armageddon thing. Lead the counter assault. Yeah, it is an Armageddon thing. With deadly new weapons. Alrighty. Saber Strike. They're going too fast that I can't read all this stuff. Very, very small miniatures, chat. That's all you need to know. Very, very small miniatures that are probably going to be a pain in the butt to paint for someone like me. Uh-oh.
Book for Legions Imperialis. Welcome back, Quinn, and welcome, Dan, to the show. How you doing?
Not too bad, thank you.
Yeah, good. Nice to have you. So let's jump straight in. Tell us a little bit about the Devastation of Tallarn.
So what's broadly been known as the Battle of Tallarn refers to a roughly year-long campaign that
I had completely butchered the name, chat. Completely butchered the name.
takes place in the mid-years of the Heresy. It involves the Iron Warriors Legion attacking the Imperial muster world of Tallarn. Because that's such a large-scale campaign, we don't have the scope to go into that in any detail in a single book.
Okay.
So instead, the Devastation of Tallarn focuses on the opening steps of the battle, which sets the stage for the later campaign. So that involves the Iron Warriors' initial attack on the world, the guerrilla war that emerges in the aftermath as the survivors fight on the surface in armored vehicles, and finally the main focus of the book, which is a conflict known as the Fall of the Sapphire City, which is the first large-scale surface engagement in which the Iron Warriors deploy en masse to counter oncoming loyalist reinforcements.
Okay, so as always with a new campaign book brings some new and exciting ways to play Legions Imperialis. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
My bad,
So
not
the
overgiven.
Devastation of Tallarn expands on the Warfront campaign system presented in the Great Slaughter. These include things like the Breakthrough campaign, in which two players each have a stronghold and fight a series of linked battles with a push and pull mechanic to try and reach their opponent's stronghold. You have environmental special rules to reflect the horrifying toxic environment of Tallarn. You have a battle honor system that allows you to upgrade units that have performed well throughout the campaign. And finally, there's a new system called Formations of Legend, which allows you to recreate specific formations and
no idea what he's
divisions
talking about.
from the narrative of the book.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the miniatures that we might see sort of alongside that campaign book as well?
So both the Space Marine Legions and the Solar Auxilia get reinforcements alongside the book. For the Space Marines, these are the Sicaran Punisher, the Sicaran Arcus, the Saber Strike Tank, and the Termite. On the Solar Auxilia side, you have a whole bunch of new Lehman Russ variants, as well as the Shadow Sword, the Storm Sword, and the Storm Blade. Also included in the book are a number of new formations that allow you to field these different detachments in your existing Legions Imperialis armies.
Okay. Now, Dan, so new campaign book, which often gives you the opportunity to change some of the colour schemes, and that's something that you've done. So tell us a bit about that as well.
Yeah, so I think it's an exciting time to be a painter when the campaign book comes around, because I think actually, you get an opportunity to.
He's done that fake smile before in the last thing. So I don't know if they've recorded this quite a bit, but he just has this air or aura or this attitude that he just does not give a shit. And I don't think that's good for the hobby, chat. I mean, it could just be that they've been there for a while and this is like take number 55 or whatever. But we'll see. To
explore the other legions that we have. So actually we took the opportunity to go to Imperial Fists and Iron Warriors, our sort of main two legion colour schemes. Both pose different challenges to one another. So at Imperial Fist you have to be quite neat, and you've got quite a bright colour, so when you put in those shade colours on the top and doing the recess shade, it's quite apparent if you break out of that recess.
Yeah, of course.
And then likewise for Iron Warriors, glazing metallics and stuff like that sort of poses other challenges. To sort of pair the two together, it's sort of quite a nice challenge for the guys to kind of have to figure out.
Well, Quinn, Dan, thank you so much for popping in and talking to us about the
God,
Devastation
that was
of Tallarn.
short.
We can't wait.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, cheers. Now we're cooking. Another set of absolutely awesome releases and some really insightful stuff from the studios on what's to come too. Very exciting. You know what happens now? We dive straight back in with another announcement.
All right, before we go on to the next announcement, that was super short, disappointing. I think it's kind of weird that they couldn't really tell you a whole much about the book and what was happening with the war. I think that's that sucks, chat. Not good. That was a whole lot of meh. I mean, even if the people who like that game were really excited about it, they got the short end of the stick of it, because it's like, oh, here's some stuff and that's all we're going to show you. We can't tell you about what's going on except for a little bit of this here, and that's it. Bye-bye. These previews suck, chat. They really do. The only one that I gushed over was my Adaptus Mechanicus Italiano killer robots, okay? With the giant pizza cutter souls of doom. I like those boys. Alright, so that was super short, which means you know what's going to happen, chat. Alright, I will see the people over on YouTube later, about the bar, to the people on Twitch. Just hold on one more second.